can see Ftmo challenge phase 1 has been passed. This week we're at 10% at our $11,000 profit target, and you can see on phase 2 currently a verification phase we're at 2.5%, all within a week.
All right, good morning. Starting off my DeFi analysis, currently we're around 7 a.m. right here in the morning. Looking to take this GPP AUD setup right away here. We were hitting kind of double top. We got a 1 hour engulfing at the top. We got that kind of initial shift of structure like we wanted. And we're kind of forming, another kind of head and shoulders. So, shoulder, right head, left shoulder. And yeah, I'm going to look to take this pretty quick here. I'm going to place my stop above the previous high to give a bit of breathing room. And I'm going to enter actually a 1.5% risk. We have a 55.5% stop loss. And GPP AUD. Let's calculate that. So 0.41 lots. Let's find the pair here. See, I'm just entering it here in my MT5. 0.41. And let me just double confirm. I mean, the only thing I don't like about this is that this would have been a perfect entry if it would have kept going. Came back, but it is creating that nice double top, so I do like that a lot. Let's enter sales. We're in sales right now. And let's see where this takes us. I'm looking to take this down all the way to here. Let me put in my stop loss real quick. Put in a stop loss of 2.005. 114. Cool, stop loss is set. Let's put in a bunch of alerts here so I'm notified when this actually ends up hitting both directions. And we're going to put an alert for our TP as well. Put an alert right around here. For my TP. So place that in. So now we're going to let this trade run. See how this does. I mean, weekly is very turned bearish. Beautiful rejection on the daily, engulfing candlestick. Nice break and retest. Came up here a few times. There's a lot of kind of accumulation around this area and a shift of structure. So I believe we're going to have a nice push here in the next coming few days. So this is definitely like a swing trade. It'll probably take 2 or 3 days to hit the target. GPP, USD never actually ended up hitting this point. Like no rejection, no shift of structure. So we didn't take the trade. We're still looking for this to shift bearish, and I'd be interested in taking this. Euro GPP, interesting, kind of came back, so we could get a nicer entry off of this. But what I'm basically looking for this to see is to come back and give me some kind of shift of structure to buy. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on right now. I'll give you an update soon in terms of our GPP AUD trade and what's going on. So just a quick update on the trade. This is our trade GPP AUD. We almost got stopped out on this actually, but ended up coming back in our direction. We entered in at this kind of shift of structure right here, this engulfing pattern. We put our stop just above, like around this high. Ended up using this as resistance multiple times and ended up dropping. We had a really nice kind of engulfing here. Now, I got to see this break past this zone to be confident it's going to continue down. I have pretty high confidence just because of this structure. you know, the internal kind of highs and lows, but overall this should continue down to my endpoint. I didn't end up catching any of the other trades, but this trade is playing out nicely. Currently, let's take a look. I ended up actually reducing my stop size a bit on this and increasing my risk to 1.5%. We're currently sitting about 1% in profit. So that's looking well. And yeah, I'm going to continue holding this all the way down. Looks like the daily is closing pretty nicely. It's kind of like a bearish doji. 4 hour definitely closing nicely right here. I want to get a bit more momentum. So that's that. The other pairs, GBP, USD, haven't taken this yet. Might still take this, but I'm going to want to see more confirmation for this to go short. Didn't end up catching this. I was thinking of catching this all the way back up, but didn't end up getting any kind of shift of structure, so I avoided a loss there. Looks like it's being supported here by another resistance zone. Somewhere right around here, so I could look maybe to take this if I get a proper break and retest of that area to buy. Overall, it's a bit messy though, but it is bullish on the daily. And we can see this zone came back down here. So we can see kind of interesting. So we've done it again. This was my weekly analysis for last week. GPP AUD sells. Shift, which looks like a head and shoulders is forming here. That's happening. And I'd want to look for maybe something like that to happen. And look what happened. GPP AUD. So we took this, got a really nice 1 to 3 out of this. We basically got this shift, right? We got the head, the shoulder. We took it at this basically engulfing of the shoulder. It went up a bit, almost stopped us out, but we had good stop loss placement. I was able to catch it down to the pip where it started reversing. And that was basically at this point right here is where we wanted to pull out this next structure point. So really good stop loss placement, really good take profit. We caught that. Exciting news, so we passed our phase 1 based off of that. I ended up catching a quick, where is it? Quick scalp. Oh yeah, it was right here, I think. So I ended up catching this trade just because I was missing like 0.5%. I just caught this right to the dot to pass phase 1. So phase 1 is passed. And then we're just, we actually took a trade on phase 2 this week, which we caught this one. And we can see again, daily is shifting bullish. 4 hour was bullish, shifted. So everything lined up perfectly for this trade. Break and retest on a 30 minutes. Ended up taking kind of this shift of structure and the bullish engulfing. I closed a bit early. I just want to get like a 1 to 2 just to start off phase 2 like quickly and get some profits in. But this was a beautiful trade. I could have taken this for a 1 to 3, but better to secure profits and then make a winning trade to turn into a losing trade. So this was great. I did really well on this. So here we have our balance of $11,000. Phase 1 is passed. We can see our kind of general metrics. All of these metrics isn't really correct because I opened multiple lots sometimes for different trades. I did a few scalps. So my win rate is more around 60 to 80%, and average RR is probably like 2.5, 3%, 3 R per trade. See all the wins, all the losses, and we can see that this has currently been passed. We can see in terms of our valuation account, we're up already 2.5% pretty much, 2.4 out of a 5% profit target. So doing really, really well, really happy with this week's progress. I think I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the week. We have a potential trade lining up on, where was it? GPP, it's probably NZD-USD, yeah. NZD-USD, which we're retesting this daily support level. But pretty happy with the progress. 3 weeks in, we're already up 2.5% phase 2, past phase 1, so it's really solid results. And yeah, hope you enjoy these videos. Let me know if you have any feedback, if you'd like to see something different. And please follow me on IG. I'll put my link in the description below. Thanks.